Hey guys, how's it going? This is Aaron coming to you from Costa Rica. I wanted to share with you guys what's still fresh in our minds about yesterday. We had this awesome skate event, this ministry outreach in the town of Arosi. Arosi was the town we first landed when we moved down here to Costa Rica a few years ago. Now we're living in Jaco, a few hours away, so it was just a huge, amazing thing to be able to go back to like kind of what we call home in Arosi. And put on the skate event. So we invited tons of other skate ministries from San Jose, from other parts of Costa Rica. They all partnered with us. We all kind of are connected with Christian Skaters Costa Rica and Christian Skaters International. And it was really awesome how God just kind of put all these pieces together. But I want to share with you some of the struggle and some of the things that happened to us to get to the point where we were able to have this event. And the first thing is looking back, we can see things pretty clearly. But a few weeks ago, Bonnie and I were just honestly having a tough time. Relating to each other and just disagreeing, and it's not fun to talk about, but it's real and that's what happened. And it was a tough few weeks for us. A couple of days ago, Vincent got really sick. My son, who's 8 years old now, and we had to bring him into the clinic. They referred us to the hospital, and we were worried about it and stuff. Thankfully he's okay now, but in the moment it was like crazy. Man, why are we having these arguments with ourselves? Why are we fighting with each other? Why is our kids getting sick? What's going on here? And then we stopped and realized, you know what, man, we're getting ready to do this event in Arosi. And, we believe, in discipleship and all that stuff, but events are really important because they kind of generate lots of excitement, lots of motion. It's a great opportunity to share the gospel with people and to kind of give fresh breath of life in the ministries that are happening, to start new ministries. So we had this dream to do this ministry in Arosi. So what we wanted to do is, first of all, the reasons for it. We wanted to help our friends at the church in Palomo kind of start or continue to work with the skaters out there. That was one of the things we wanted to do. We wanted the municipality to see that the skaters aren't just a bunch of the drug addict loser kids, that they're awesome and it's an actual legitimate sport. So that the municipality can help these skaters, with getting a skate park and giving them a space to skate and just help them out, on that side as well. The other thing too is, I can't pass up the opportunity to tell those kids about Jesus. So, anyways, we got a whole bunch of friends together. We went out there and did this thing. So we're having this rough week of these battles and stuff, and we're like, all right, listen, we're going to get on it. We get people praying for us. So we load up the car with the ramps and stuff and the music and everything, get the bands together, everything's all planned together, and we get ready to have this event. So 2 nights ago on Friday night, we're driving down to Arosi. A friend of mine works for YWAM. We pulled out a big ramp out of there. We're on our way. Everything's going great. And we're driving down the hill at night into Arosi, the town we're going to have this event in. And it's foggy and cloudy and dark and all this kind of stuff in the valley. And we're driving this trailer on this narrow little road. And out of nowhere, I'm driving down the hill, and around the corner comes this motorcycle. And he's just right straight at me. The lights are right at me. And I don't want them to even jerk the wheel because I'm carrying this trailer. The roads are real narrow. I have nowhere to go. So I just kind of did a little like, oh my gosh, Bonnie's like, it's going to hit us, it's going to hit us, it's going to hit us. And I do this little mini just dodge kind of thing, and he jerks his handlebars, and he comes around, and I'm like, oh man, he missed. That was crazy. But I was like, I can't believe he didn't hit us. Let me hear this, just boom. And I look back in the mirror, and I see this motorcycle is flying in the air, end over end over end, and it lands on the handlebars. And I hear this from the gas just piled down, and there's smoke just flying out of the muffler of this thing. And we stop. We're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? So I get out of the car. The traffic stops. I'm like, Bonnie, come with me. And Bonnie's a nurse, right? You guys know her. And she really wanted to help. So I'm like, come on, let's just go check this guy out. I don't know what happened. We look over there, and it's like a pile of just limp, dirty laundry just laying there on the ground. This guy must have been about, 5 feet tall, 60 pounds, a small little guy. And he was just laying like a sack of potatoes, just laying there, lifeless. And Bonnie's just talking to him, sir, you've been in an accident, and he's just unresponsive, he's unconscious, we don't know if he's breathing or what. We don't see a helmet. We see blood coming out of his ears and nose. This guy is gone. He's gone. Oh my gosh. Huh?
You might have to do CPR.
Oh, Bonnie's taking the video. She said, might have to do CPR, all this stuff. Thank you, Bonnie, for giving me pointers too. It's awesome. But anyways, Bonnie goes over to him and she's looking at his stuff, and she's talking to him. I get on the phone with 911, call the Red Cross. They send an ambulance out. And we're like, this guy he's just, this is it. This is crazy that this guy just died. And Bonnie looks at me, he's his color's going in and out, he's breathing really weird, and Bonnie knows from being a nurse, this is the end for this dude. He's gone. And Bonnie is in her head, and I'm in my head, we're praying, you know, God, just don't let him die, don't let him die, don't let him die. And all of a sudden, man, he like just color comes back in him. He starts breathing, he starts mumbling words. We're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I've never seen it happen before, but like, you know, I believe that people can get prayed back from the dead. And I think that's what happened to this guy. I think, you know, Bonnie's prayers, especially when she was over this guy, you know, I mean, saved him. So anyways, he comes to, and his leg is just like, there's just nothing there. It's all over the place, and there's a huge hole in his leg and blood coming out everywhere. People from the buses are coming out that are stopped, and there's a crowd gathering around and stuff. Red Cross gets there, loads this guy up, and get him in the ambulance. And he starts coming to, like, you know, just being like, screw you guys and F off and all this stuff. He's just, obviously, you know, he's coming to, and he's whatever, telling me he's been in an accident and stuff. So the ambulance takes him away. And in Costa Rica, the police don't automatically come. You call 911, the Red Cross comes, the emergency responders, they're done. Anything else, you gotta call directly to the police, whatever you want. So I'm trying to track down this guy's family. And a friend of his was on the bus that got off. So we tracked down his girlfriend, all this stuff. We get the family out there, wait for them and stuff. They're like, listen, please, just don't involve the authorities, please, you know, because he doesn't have money to pay you for the damage to the trailer that he hit. You know, it's obviously his fault. He was driving under the influence of alcohol. He has no papers for his motorcycle. It's just crazy stuff. Like, you know, and everyone's like freaking out, like thinking I'm gonna put more problems on this guy. Like I'm gonna come after him for money for my trailer or something.